The opinions expressed on this program are solely those of its hosts, guests, or callers, and do not necessarily represent the opinions of WTBR-FM, its management, other producers, or sponsors.
Lemon, osmosis, carbonated, filtered, distilled. See?
You're listening to And So It Flows, your only show for H2O. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to have some awesome guests down from Virginia. The folks who create WaterLockn, which is part of Larkin Festival.
In the abundance of water, the fool will get thirsty.
So a little bit down the Appalachian Trail over in Arrington, Virginia, we're going to be bringing in folks from the Trinity Episcopal Church who put on this thing called WaterLockn, which is like this spiritual water part of the LocknFest. They're urging our friends at Larkin Festival down in that part of Virginia to get that LocknFest back up and running, which is actually one of the best jam band concerts in all of the world, with folks from Fish and folks from The Dead and all sorts of other folks. And clap out there to the Episcopal Church. We're going to have Donna, Steckline, and Esther Larkin, who put on that WaterLockn spiritual retreat part of the event. It's going to be super fun, so stay tuned for the second half of the show when we bring them on. And a little shout out to my friends down there in the Hamilton and Harrison clans, part of the founders of the entire state of Virginia. And just really glad to have those friends in my network, and really good folks who really love their music. We're going to start off with a little bit of repertoire there. Around that, we're going to play a little Fish, a little Dead, just to get you into this world. A little bit from Fish, Waiting in the Velvet Sea, one of their best. Go Fish, and you spell that Fish with Phish. I'm your Super Waterman, Ambassador for Water, here with And So It Flows at 89.7 WTBR-FM Pittsfield Community Radio, all about the H2O.
Set your clocks. I took a moment times, forgotten space. Your eyes looked from your mother's face. Wildflower seed in the sand and stone. May the four winds blow you safely home. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. I'll tell you where the four winds dwell. In Franklin's tower there hangs a bell. It can ring, turn night to day. It can ring like fire when you lose your way. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. God save the child who rings that bell. It may have one good ring, baby, you can't tell. One watch by night, one watch by day. If you get confused, listen to the music play. Some come to laugh the past away. Some come to make just one more day. Whichever way your pleasure tends. If you plant ice, you're gonna harvest wind. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. Franklin's told before sleep. Like four lean hounds the lighthouse keep. Wildflower seed of sand and wind. May the four winds blow you home again. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. You better roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. You better roll away the dew. Roll away, roll away the dew. You better roll away the dew. Roll away, roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. Roll away, roll away the dew. Roll away.
A little rolling away of the dew there. That's the Dead from Franklin's Tower. Before that, we had another watery song from our jam band friends on Fish, Waiting in the Velvet Sea, and that's from the Story of the Ghost album. Before that, we had, after that, we had Franklin's Tower from the Grateful Dead. That was a 2013 remaster. That's from Blues from Allah. Shout out to our friends all around the world who love the Fish, the Dead, jam bands. We've got a few more water tunes coming your way. Later in the show, we're going to be bringing on the folks who bring us WaterLockn from the Trinity Episcopal Church, which is kind of like a little water retreat that they do at the LocknFest, and we're urging our locking organizers to get themselves moving and grooving into the next world that we live after all these lockdowns and all these things that happen to kind of subject ourselves to the tyranny of Netflix. So we got to get outside, smile at each other, bring back that hippie love and love and laughter that comes from it, and all those extraneous other things that grow in forests and people use on their they use on their spaghetti, like mushrooms and things. But that's all for cooking, of course. We got some more coming your way, but first I wanted to bring you this really cool water quote. I am your super waterman ambassador for water. Let's see what kind of water quotes we got here for you today. I'm gonna work this out in no time whatsoever. Here's a good one. Thousands have lived without love, and not one without water. Think about it. That's from W.H. Auden. This also shows up in my book, Liquid Love, The Quotes for the Love of Water, which is available at major bookstores and online. Quotes for the Love of Water has over 100 quotes in there, all water related, with all sorts of blurbs and pictures and things from a bunch of different areas of life. And that's a really cool item for reading. It's probably available in libraries too. And in the meantime, we got some more water music coming your way. Let's see what's going on there. You're listening to WTBR-FM, Pittsfield Community Radio, your center for water conversation. This show, And So It Flows, bringing it to you all around the world on podcasts as well. You can go to Stitcher or Apple or Google Podcasts or Amazon Audible. All of it right there. Let's see what we got here for some more music. This one is also from the Dead. This is, we've got to love the Dead today because it's all about locking. We got this song called Ripple, and it's coming right at you. That's next, and that's off their American Beauty 2013 remaster, that American Beauty album. And here it comes. H2O Loves You. Uh-oh, something happened here. What happened? Something happened. So we're going to go back to the beginning of Ripple and get this baby going right back at you.
If my words did glow with the gold of sunshine, and my tunes were played on the harp unstrung, would you hear my voice come through the music? Would you hold it near? as it were your own. It's a hand-me-down. The thoughts are broken. Perhaps they're better left unsung. I don't know. Don't really care. Let there be songs to fill the air. Ripple in still water when there is no pebble tossed, nor wind to blow. Reach out your hand. If your cup be empty, if your cup is full, may it be again, let it be known. There is a fountain that was not made by the hands of men. There is a road, no simple highway between the dawn and the dark of night. And if you go, no one may follow. That path is for your steps alone. Ripple in still water when there is no pebble tossed, no wind to blow. You choose to lead, must follow. But if you fall alone. If you should stand, then who's to guide you? If I knew the way, I would take you home. La da da da, la da da da, la da da, la da la da da da, la da da da, la da da da, la da da, la da da. I will walk my own. Black muddy river, roll on forever. I don't care how deep or wide, if you got another side. Roll muddy river, roll muddy river, black muddy river, roll.
A little bit of Black Muddy River, also from the Dead. While you're asking, I'm doing all this jam band stuff today. You're listening to And So It Flows, your only show for H2O. I'm your super waterman, ambassador for water, here at 89.7 WTBR-FM, Pittsfield Community Radio. And the reason I'm doing all this deadhead kind of jam bandy, kind of fish-loving water music is simple. A little bit down the Appalachian Trail in the foothills of Virginia's mountains there, also on the Appalachians, there is an event called LocknFest, one of the premier events for jam band lovers all around the world. They come from every corner of this globe, lots of them from Virginia, of course, since it's right there. In Arrington, Virginia, I'll be interviewing or actually you'll be listening in a few minutes, an interview that I did with Donna Steckline, who's a very reverend, of the Trinity Episcopal Church, and her cohort, Esther Larkin, and we'll be talking a little bit about WaterLockn. What is WaterLockn? You'll hear a little bit more in a few minutes, but WaterLockn is like the spiritual retreat with water right on the Tye River, Tye. If you're in Scotland, I think it's the River Tye, but here it's the Tye River. It's down in Virginia, and they have this little retreat for a couple hours every few hours of the weekend that the LocknFest goes on, to have like water retreat, just chill out, little spiritual retreat. You know, even our friend Jesus went out to the water. You know, Christianity has a lot to do with water, a little bit of drinking from the well and all that. And it's really cool to notice that bit of information. Because, you know why? Because, you know, if we drink from the well, maybe we won't be thirsty. Both in reality and in our spiritual nature. So that's why we're going to be bringing on our friends at WaterLockn a little bit on that. Here's a little Grateful, not a Grateful Dead, but just Bob Dylan around the same time. We're going to have this. Actually, no, we're not going to play that song. We're going to play a really cool song. This is actually from the Motown sounds, the Four Tops. This is Still Water, also known as Love, from the Still Waters Run Deep. So stay tuned. In a couple of minutes, we're bringing on Donna and Esther from WaterLockn.
Take my hand.
Still waters run
Still Waters Run Deep from the Four Tops, from the Still Waters Run Deep album. And you're listening to And So It Flows, your only show for H2O. I am your super waterman, your ambassador for water. Excited to bring along with you folks from the Pittsfield community area in the Berkshires, all the way down to Virginia, Arrington, Virginia. We have our friends Donna and Esther from the Episcopal Church in Arrington, Trinity Episcopal Church, talking a little bit about WaterLockn, and so excited to have spoken with them. Here you are.
People for And So It Flows. I am Leslie Gabriel, your super waterman, ambassador for water. We're here on WTBR here in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, and I'm here with Reverend Donna Steckline and Esther Larkin, both of the Trinity Episcopal Church, Trinity Episcopal Church in Arrington, Virginia. And you're wondering why I'm bringing in people from Virginia here in Massachusetts, is because these folks participate in something called WaterLockn. And WaterLockn, I'm going to let you both explain it, what it is. And just thanks for being here, Donna and Esther. So you want to just both introduce yourself briefly, 15 seconds each, who you are and what you're up to.
Hi, I'm Reverend Donna Steckline. I'm the priest rector here at Trinity Episcopal. I've been here about 2.5 years now, so I've not been a long-term priest here. I have experienced the WaterLockn once over the 3 weekends, and the last time after COVID kind of settled down. So I brought Esther along because she's been here since the very beginning of it all and was part of putting it all together, her whole family.
Go ahead, Esther. Why don't you share a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm Esther Larkin. I am retired school teacher. I've been senior warden here off and on for many, many years, and happened to be senior warden at the time that the Larkin promoters came to the church telling us about this festival, this wonderful festival was going to happen, and we just unbelievable that, they were bringing in so many wonderful musicians and bands, and what could we do? Well, they asked us to host WaterLockn, which is a part of, and not AA, but it's set up for folks who want to come to the festivals but want to stay sober. And so they came and put a tent up, and they had meetings here 3 times a day during the festival, and that was a wonderful experience. But we started thinking about, well, what could we do and how could we raise money and be a part of the festival? And they encouraged us, Dave Fry and Peter Shapiro. They both really encouraged us to do something. And I own property, my husband and I own property on the Ty River, and another member of the church, the Yeagle family, owned property that you went to, and we started talking about what could we do. And in fact, my daughter, who lives in Atlanta, now California, suggested that we take folks swimming, because people always go to festivals and they get dirty and they're sticky and it's hot. And what a great way for us to raise money and be a part of the festival and have so many folks come over here. At that time, the festival was right straight across the road, not where it is now at Infinity Downs. And they came, enjoyed the shade under the oaks. And then we had school buses at that time that we took them to the river. We had Dr. Bronner's there, so we didn't hurt our scenic river. And we could show folks how beautiful it is, how beautiful Nelson County is, and also give them an hour of swimming and bathing in the river.
Refreshment and fun.
And fun, yes. It was a great experience for us. We felt like we introduced folks at the festival to the Episcopal Church, to our grounds and who we were. And then we, of course, had the Trinity family, Trinity Village here, which was brought in a lot of different folks to help run this event because it was pretty amazing and a lot of work, but worth every minute of it.
Go ahead.
We decided that the church would not we would not make a profit for the church, but we would give the money we made away. So the Yeagles, William Yeagle, who is now a priest, and I had just come back from Haiti. So we decided that the church, not just William and I, but all of us decided that we could raise money to put in wells in the villages outside of this little town that we had visited, Fort Liberté, Haiti. So for the first 2 years, we were able to raise enough money to install 2 wells. So there again is the water connection.
That's beautiful. So what I hear around WaterLockn, since I was actually there, amazing amount of music, beautiful people, beautiful, fun, very peaceful space. Some of the best music in America, literally.
Yes.
You had folks, most people would consider Larkin Festival somewhat of a jam band style of music with some 90s rock and southern rock and Grateful Dead, Fish, I think it was who was it? Bob Weir
was Dead and Company there that year. I've lost in John Mayer.
Oh, John Mayer was there. Amazing lineup. I was screaming things from me being a northeastern folk. I'm someone who wasn't ever privy to really that level of southern or even jam band music. I never really even went to festivals for music, and my friend invited me. I went. So jumping back into WaterLockn, jumping back into the water here, Donna, why don't you tell me as the priest, what's the connection between water and Christianity, water and spirituality? Tell me a little bit about that.
There are many. As Esther has said, that wasn't our intention as the church. We were looking for a means to help people, but when they're locked in at a festival and it's hot, there is nothing better than being in water, and you find the relief and the refreshment. So my mind goes automatically to the living waters that Christ provided for us. And although we were not, really pushing the Christian part of it, our part was to love the people that came to us and to help them find refreshment. We also, she mentioned the soap that they use. It's all creation, kind of a creation preservation, if you will. It had to be environmentally safe.
Oh, yes.
Because people were bathing and just swimming and playing in the water, but we wanted to make sure that we were being mindful of creation as well. So creation care, the living water, there's all kinds of different connections. Of course, when you come into the faith, you're baptized with water. It washes you clean, and that's another image that you might receive from that trip to the river.
Yeah.
Very, very proud of the Thai River. It's just a beautiful spot.
It's designated a scenic river, and it is clean. It is clean. It's tested, and it wasn't always clean, but it is now, and the fishing's pretty good. And of course, the beauty. If you were down there, the beauty, you saw a smidgen of that river, but it's beautiful. It flows into the James. And
yeah. I would find that for my own personal experience, not just for WaterLockn, but for any time I'm by natural water and in the water or by the water for a long enough period of time where I'm like, I get the sense of the quiet and the peace. For me, that refreshes my spirit. So almost like every time you go in the water or near the water, you have an opportunity to be baptized that day, like not just through your normal, doing it in the church with all the bells and whistles. However, it's more like you have a new refreshment that comes over you, a new mindset that comes over you, which I would call a baptism. And that's one of the things that WaterLockn provided me when I went in 2019. And and that space of peace that gets brought. Has anybody others ever said that to you, Esther, when they participated?
Oh yes, I think almost everybody who comes down there, they come for that refreshing cleansing, and then of course the river's so peaceful. And it's always been, we've never had any problems. We've always had a good group of people and good experiences. We even had a couple several years ago who met in the river, and they have since married and had twins.
That's so beautiful. That's an amazing story. That's a great story.
There's
a
lot of neat stories, like when the Doobie Brothers came. They discovered that the church had good acoustics, so they asked if the Doobie Brothers could practice in the church. So they removed all the pews, which is not a easy feat to begin with. Got it all ready for the Doobie Brothers to come and practice, and then they couldn't end up getting their truck through the entrance because we have these big brick pillars on either side of the driveway, and it didn't allow for them to make the turn.
And being the age most of us are, we were so disappointed. But again, Larkin has been a wonderful experience, a neighborly experience with us and the promoters. And they went to the Doobies and asked if we could come over there. So we got to walk over into their trailer and actually get to meet the Doobies in person.
Nice. Nice, that's great. I'm gonna do a shout out to the Doobie Brothers too here. So the promoters of the event are who? What are their names? So we could just do a shout out to them as well.
Oh yeah, Peter Shapiro and Dave Fry. I don't think they're working together anymore, but the two of them started Larkin, and Dave Fry was our connection. He spent many hours over here just talking about, how this was going to work and how were they going to be good neighbors for us, particularly. They were kind enough to offer free admission for church members and volunteers, which was very kind of them, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. The second year, we had Allman Brothers, Tom Petty.
Heard about the Allman Brothers.
Oh my gosh, it was the most fabulous show. Our bishop actually came for that one.
So David and Peter, a shout out from Donna and Esther and Leslie and other folks in that area. Come on back.
Yes,
we want you back. Come on back. We want the music.
We miss
the music. Yeah, without the music, there's no WaterLockn. So we want the WaterLockn, and just so thanks for that. And so tell me, have other groups or events made a request that you do something with them, or have you ever done it at another a WaterLockn style event at another festival? Have you ever done that?
We have not taken it on the road. No.
No. I'm telling you, it is a huge effort to put WaterLockn together. we started out with buses, and a man in Lynchburg who owned a float company, and he brought and we partnered with Mason Bastian, is his name. And then Mason closed his company, so we started renting vans, and that's not cheap. And it's a lot of work, but so
I bet it's a huge undertaking. I bet it is.
It is. It is.
How many volunteers did you have to put it on?
Oh, I would
average?
say up to 30 at least in the beginning, because you have to have drivers, and then you have to have people maintaining the booth on site, and the booth up. At that time, we were having people come up to the church to get their tickets and pick them up. After they bought Infinity Downs, where you went, we had to move over there. But they've always been so cooperative with us and helped us so much.
But there's also a whole food aspect of it, that we've got to feed the volunteers. So there's people making food for the volunteers and getting that to the right place, making sure, you can.
But it creates such a wonderful event here with the village, and we've made lifelong friends through these volunteers that came to hear the music originally. I think they came to hear the music and to get in for a little bit of work, but they've ended up becoming lifelong friends of Trinity.
That is really, really amazing. Again, for our listeners who are tuning in, we're with And So It Flows, the only show for H2O. I'm your Super Waterman, Ambassador for Water. We're here with Donna Steckline and Esther Larkin from the Trinity Episcopal Church in Arrington, Virginia, a little bit down the Appalachian Trail from where I am right now. And exactly the founders of an event called WaterLockn, which is part of the Lockn Festival, which for Peter and David and other the folks were making a plea. Come on back.
Yes.
We want the music, we want the WaterLockn, and just thank you for being with me today and sharing with our water-loving listeners here and around the world the value that you bring to both this festival and to our experience of water and bringing spirituality. How can people find out more about the Trinity Episcopal Church down in Arrington, and perhaps participate in bringing WaterLockn to other places, or even just to find out more about it?
You can go to our website, trinityarrington.com, and you can find us on Facebook. All our services are all on Facebook. We have an Instagram page as well, and just Trinity Arrington.
Yep. And WaterLockn, for those who are wondering how to spell it, if we have any spellers out there in our audience, it's water, W-A-T-E-R. My spelling. Lockn is L-O-C-K-N, no E.
Right.
So WaterLockn. And just thanks again for being with me and sharing about your water story. And looking forward to seeing you again next time I'm at LocknFest, which let's have it come back in late 2023. There is still time to organize this thing. Let's do it.
Yes,
or 2024. But in the meantime, just thanks so much for sharing your story. Appreciate
Thank you, Leslie, for all that you do and for bringing this up, because we really are hopeful that WaterLockn can happen again, and Lockn especially.
Yes. And also a shout out to my friend Renee Hamilton. I'll be contacting her, and perhaps she could put a little feather near the promoters of that event, or she could create something herself. She's pretty great at that. And in the meantime, just thanks again for being with me. and good luck in your travels.
Thank you.
Thank
Many blessings to you and all of you.
Okay. Next time I'm down there, I'll stop over by the church.
Please do. We'd love to see you.
Okay, be well. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye now.
You're listening to And So It Flows, your only show for H2O, 89.7 WTBR, Pittsfield Community Radio. Shout out to WTBR for providing us the waves, the airwaves, which is water vapor, here in the Berkshires to bring you H2O stuff and culture and news. And we got some more music coming your way. This one is, since we're on this whole theory of water and spirituality, this is a song from this group called Cutlass, which is from the Strong Tower album.
Come, Lord.
You're listening to And So It Flows, your only show for H2O. Super happy to have been here with you today. One more water quote to make you feel really cool about H2O. Water is the driving force of all nature, and that's comes from Leonardo da Vinci. And thank you, Leonardo, for that. Totally love you. Thanks for being with us today. And share about H2O in your own special way.
Fizzy water, sparkling water, lemon, osmosis, carbonated, filtered, distilled. See? Water, water. In the abundance of water, the fool will get thirsty.